Oh, hello. I wasn't. I wasn't looking at chat. I was looking at something else. So I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware that people joined the stream. Hello, hello. Oh yeah, Siley wasn't here in the last stream, so I might have to do a little bit of explaining before actually starting the game. So I need to do a little bit of explaining. Uh, that's a little bit of explaining on what happened last stream. So on what has exactly what happened last stream. So last stream, I said I was gonna set up in Colombo to Singapore, but it was by airship. But in the middle, there was like something happened. Like the first mate of the captain. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm a little bit panicked. But we set out from Singapore, from Colombo, Sri Lanka. Like in here, like the first mate of the airship tried to do a mutiny because the captain wanted to sell the ship after he landed in Singapore, which the first mate wasn't quite fond of the idea and wanted to take over the ship herself, but uh, she wanted to shoot the captain dead, but in return, in return he, but she, in return she like, oh shit, I shouldn't be letting the time pass like that. So in the, she ended up shooting the ship's hull and made a hole in the airship, and then we crashed like down into the airship. But no, not down into the airship. The airship crashed down into the sea, and we like spent an entire week. Which this trip to here should take only like 4 days. Ended up taking like 2 weeks. So uh, that's kind of why. That's kind of why my time is a little bit short. I thought I could traverse the Americas in like a week, but turns out no, because like I went to Pyongyang and went down as well, but see, there's a detour here. I wanted to go from Yokohama straight to San Francisco, but turns out I can't because there was a typhoon here, and some and like my yeah, I don't know. And like the captain wanted to do a detour, so it was supposed to go straight to San Francisco, but ended up going to Honolulu. And huh, on day two, let me reload the save for a bit. Let me reload the game. Okay, let me see if I can get a little bit of lost time back. Should be still in the night. Yeah, should be still in the night. So still on day 73, and I can plan my routes a little bit. So this lives in days, and I'll definitely be negotiating. No change for tomorrow. Nice. Okay, definitely going to sleep here. Oh yeah, also my health isn't looking that well. Oh shit, yeah, intro is over. I'm sorry. I need to remember to take away the intro. Monsieur Fogg cuts up his accounts, as the English say, all over the shops, and then fell into a furious daze. Oh yeah, by the way, even if I go past 80 days and the game lets me play, I'll still go back to London. But if the game wants me to do another trip around the world, I won't do it because I really want to move on to other games, and this game has been has taken a little bit more time than I expected. So, uh, think about I'll think about what games to play after I reach after I go back to London. Yeah, so as the English says all over the shop and then fell into a feverish daze, we were forced to stay put. It's clear to me what happened. Florella, no doubt our stay in Manila is responsible for this malady. Oh my god, I've been sneezing a lot. Okay, Honolulu to hopefully San Francisco. Yeah, I'm definitely going to San Francisco instead of Mexico here. Oh my god. Okay, I stayed in the hotel for a little bit. Oh shit, I did not realize my health was at 0. I think this is Monsieur Fox's house. Oh no, I did not realize it. My master cannot seem to keep down a bite of food or a sip of water. He bears it all with an uncomplaining silence, even as he vomits. Guess. Does so with dignity. Definitely staying for another day because my health doesn't. Monsieur Fox's health doesn't seem to be doing well enough. Monsieur Fox decided we dialed long enough, and I could not agree more. But I don't know. Alas, it was not 5 minutes before he had to make a dash for the conveniences. How long will this last? Okay. Oh no! Oh no! The day! Fuck! Oh my god! 3 days. I guess I'll continue. I spent the morning coaxing my master to drink a sip of water and another. I'm not a child passepartout. He says sternly, but then drinks meekly. I believe he's returning to health. I think. Indeed, I see color in his cheeks once more. Staying another day? Fuck going to Manila though. Oh my god, going to Manila costed me another. It's going to cost me another week. Oh my god. Monsieur's fog fevers broke this morning. Nice. He has lost a good deal of weight. Guess. And still a little unsteady. I will have to be more careful of his health in the future. Thank you for attending, Passepartout, he said, simply adjusting his cravat. Now it's time we left this place, don't you agree? Yes, I agree, but I need to keep an eye on the health. Uncomfortable. Oh my god, uncomfortable situation. Embark. No, I think I have to. Oh, I guess. Smith & Wesson, New Orleans. Also in New Orleans. Buffalo High. I want to get something that will actually ease the trip, but I guess not. Departing in 25 minutes. Okay, sure. No! Fuck, I missed. No, I'm reloading the save. I'm not. No, I'm definitely reloading the save. I'm not gonna miss that. Accidentally pressed my spacebar and reloaded and fast forwarded the game. That isn't good. So okay, Smith & Wesson, I bought it, so should be able to travel to San Francisco for after a little bit. So parting now. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, parting it tomorrow. I guess I can rest up a little bit more. And I think with my funds, I think I can bring everything here. Yeah, bring everything. with a little bit, given with a little bit of extra money. I struck a few conversation here and there, investigation various possibilities for how we might progress. Okay, and definitely staying in the hotel. We passed an anxious night with 80 days, with our 80-day deadline looming. Every sunset seemed to carry extra weight. Before the night ended, guess I'll go find a local doctor to attend to my poor master. She shot my master's knee with a small hammer. Rushed the blood to the head, I would say. 4 days to recover to full strength. It's too long, definitely too long. Cannot afford to wait. The toddler did what she could and left. It was day 79. We barely had 100 hours remaining to home. But we're not even close to going back home. Yes, hire extra space. Go. Going by boat. Banana boat. We boarded a steam barge from Honolulu to San Francisco. The scent of ripe bananas pervaded every plank of decking and bulkhead, a sweet and delicious rotting odor which often offended my trained senses. I rather become accustomed to it. I guess I'll be a little bit offended since it's smell of rotting stuff. Offended my trained senses so greatly that for many months after I could scarcely look at a banana in the peel. Definitely tending to Monsieur Fogg. I huffed, attempting to convince my mouth that I ate fried kippers and potatoes at breakfast. Everything smells of bananas. Monsieur Fogg replied that he could not smell a thing, which I looked to be queerly English sense of humor at work. Still, bananas to be worst of my troubles. I still managed to finish my breakfast. I guess bananas are the least of my troubles. About this boat, then, would be no bad thing. I'll try tending to Monsieur Fogg every time that I can. I woke in the middle of the night, convinced that someone was in the cabin with me. I leapt up, I guess. I hit something soft and person said it's familiar. Monsieur Fogg, I cried. And my midnight visitor blinked and straightened and looked at my cabin with gentle surprise. What? He said calmly, pulling his dress gown close. Am I doing in your cabin, Passepartout? You would know better than I, Monsieur Fogg. Scaring me half to death. I cried, rather upturned by his sudden appearance. He took a sharp breath. It seems I have been sleepwalking, he said. His voice most tremulous. I have not done so since I was a child. Please accept my apologies. Yeah. Guess we want to go for a little bit. I asked, sensing his agitation. I'm awake after all. He hesitated for a long moment. I would like that, thank you. As we lay down to sleep, Monsieur Fogg murmured, Today is day 80, Passepartout. We have failed. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we have failed. Do not lose heart, I advised him. He did not. We must return home. We must still return home as fast as possible. So, I guess the game still lets me get back to London after day 80. So, Captain Kalani was a heavy, pregnant Hawaiian woman who had found Monsieur Fogg's English accent a source of great mirth. Say something else, she demanded over breakfast. Please, Monsieur Fogg. Distracted her with some idle talk since I don't think that Monsieur Fogg wants to be disturbed. I distracted her with some idle talk, and my master cast me a grateful look. All in a day's work. For a valet, my oh my god, my eyes are so itchy. All in a day's works for a valet of an impeccable caliber. Celebrated maniac Phileas Fogg loses pet. Oh. I woke to a frantic knocking at my door, and I opened to find Mr. Fogg actually wringing his hands. Passepartout, he says, uh, come quickly. What's wrong? I cried, certain that something truly unspeakable was afoot, and I was not wrong. My master opened the door to his cabin to reveal Captain Kalani, red-faced and moaning upon his bed. Uh, she turned she turned her blissful gaze in our direction. I'm having my baby early, she hissed, sweating upon her upper lip. You must help me. Uh, Surely your crew should be better to this, I think. I took a step back in horror. I cannot let my crew see me like this, but she all but screamed, I am their captain. I must maintain my authority. Now one of you hold my bloody hand and the other fetch some blasted water, she retorted. I glanced at Monsieur Fogg, who said, I will fetch the water, and left me to hold Captain Kalani's hand. Is the baby's father not abroad? I inquired, grimacing as she squeezed my fingers so hard I feared I would be left with pulp. He is home, she grasps, tending to the farm. Can we get on? Monsieur Fogg returned with a bucket of water, but our respite was short-lived. Captain Kalani parted her knees. One of you, she said, authoritatively, must catch the baby. Okay, sure. I guess we do it together. Monsieur Fogg did not trust me not to did not trust me not to drop it, and I did not trust Monsieur Fogg not to faint clean away. After an infinitely long, infinitely terrifying interval, which I have not the means to describe, I held a small, squalling, red-faced baby in my arms. Commandeered, I took off my own jacket. I hand over the creature immediately. I guess I'll hand over the creature immediately. Fearful that my hands would slip or I would clutch too tightly. Captain Kalani was sweaty and wild-eyed and utterly exhausted. She held the baby to her chest as though it were an infinitely precious thing. She began to sing to her little girl a song of whales and ocean waves and airships that hung like moons in the sky. Yeah, definitely tending to fog for last while. Captain Kalani's indisposition the previous day did not delay us in the least. She had a well-trained and loyal crew who seems to have collectively adopted her little girl as one of their own. I would call Jean. I would call her Jean. Jean. I think it was Jean rather than Sean. Jean. Captain Kalani told us that as we tethered at San Francisco, you are quite excellent. You are excellent midwives. I was overcome and ducked my hair like a little boy from the countryside. The name suits her, madame. I said, she will way better than I have. She turned towards San Francisco Bay with renewed hope. After all, whatever challenges it offered would scarcely be more taxing than those we had just overcome. Okay. Okay, what? Oh, that our house didn't go down that badly. Okay, I want to try and go to New Orleans, which I don't think that there's a route to New Orleans. Is there? Oh, there is a route to New Orleans, but I think I want to go to New York through Washington, so I guess going down like this or going up like this should be good. Do I want to go to Canada? I guess I do want to go to Canada. Since I already lost the bet, I guess I'll enjoy the trip more. So I guess I'll go to Canada, to Toronto, to Washington, to New York, and then maybe I'll go back to London. San Francisco seemed less a city and more a ravenous be spent on consumption of everything, even of itself. Within the ever expanding city limits. Enormous steam powered drills and diggers flatten hills, I guess. Straighten roads, reform neighborhoods, and dump to the resulting rubble and stone in each mission bay. Oh my god, I can't speak. I sloped towards recently constructed Long Bridge, which was crowded with families out for show and people fishing for silvery smelt with long poles in the water, I guess. Was a jangle of rowing boats racing each other and boatmen taking passenger out to Mission Rock. Cheers and good-natured shouts emitted from a halfway house in the middle of the bridge. I guess I'll take a look at the houses. I peered at the halfway houses and surmised from the revels I saw spilling out from its doors that it was some manner of drinking den. A man red-faced and somewhat the worse for drink bumped into me. Excuse me politely. And he made an apology in return, slinging an arm around my soldiers. Ah, hello, he exclaimed. You don't sound like you are from here. You don't sound like American either. He sounds a little bit like from somewhere else. No matter, I was Dutch once in a past life, but now I'm as American as President Grant. It was. This is a land of newcomers. Are you a prospector? I'm a traveler. I said I'm traveling around the world. Oh, he laughed. Oh yeah, and then I'm a Navajo chef. Sister of the truth. Actually, I lean in conspiratorially. I'm a jewel thief on the run. What really? His eyes widened and he slapped his thigh. That's incredible. The brown-skinned woman slipped her arms into his. I guess I looked for introduction, and the man smiled quickly. Ah, my manners. He shook his ruddy face. I'm Anders, and this is my wife, Jenny. That's a pleasure to meet you. I kissed her hand. She was surprised but smiled. Always a pleasure to meet Anders, friends. She looked asking, and the whiskey flask in his hand, but seems to find me objectionable. I hesitated the obvious question about her origins on the tip of my tongue. Are you... I let my rather uncouth question trail off in embarrassment. She laughed with full-throated pleasure. I am of Modoc tribe. What? Oh my god. I just thought of something. I guess I'll traverse through here rather than actually going to the Canada, because I think that Monsieur Fox still wants me to go back to London as fast as possible. So I guess I'll go back to London as fast as possible, as per the wish of Monsieur Fogg, which he did not propose. I have a Modoc tribe. What the new Americans call Indians. Jenny rolled her eyes. I did not mind your surprise. Most of my tribe has been taken to Kalmath Reservation in Oregon. What is a reservation? Jenny looked in me with utter astonishment. They are a tract of land where the first people are relocated when the whites decided they want gold, the silver, the coal, the buffalo in our homelands. Anders whispered something into Jenny's ear and she laughed, though I fear I had opened an old wound with my prying questions. And found my way back to Monsieur Fogg, who was sitting drinking tea with a disconsolate frown. It tastes like soap, he remarked, but would say no more. Guess I'll visit the market, see if I can sell anything. Okay. You want to buy two Smith& Wessons? Yes, I do. You want to buy... Wait. How many... I can bring 4 suitcases. And I can negotiate for a little bit. I'll leave some tomorrow, okay? Guess I'll be in the market for a little longer. Guess this should be okay. Okay, staying at a hotel, getting the health a little bit up. I headed to Chinatown to eat. It was a warren of crowded wooden and brick houses, temple businesses, herbalist laundries, and market stalls selling fruits and flowers. I regarded the people with some interest. I was interested in the conversation. I really wanted to eat, yeah. So I found a street vendor and bought a portion of noodles in a thick, pungent sauce served with fresh caught shrimp. A stroke of culinary luck. The man nodded to me. The man next to me nodded. Do you like it? He asked. Yeah, do. He chuckled and smothered his crepe shirt. Many of my friends they say, Lin, you look like you like. Anyway, you talk to foreigners, you wear their clothes, and I say to them, I'm American now, and you are too. He pointed at a young woman with his hair in the queue. Look at him with his old-fashioned hair. There's a law against it here, but he wears it like that. The fool! What a ridiculous law to restrict fashion. But that's a tradition. Why is there a law against it? I asked. It hurts no one, surely. We must let go of our old culture, Lin counseled. We are American now, but you're Chinese American? I disagree. Why should you give up everything for the American dream? Okay, sure. Okay, departing for Salt Lake City. Okay, we were lucky to arrive in San Francisco just to catch the inaugural journey of the Transcontinental Express, which would take us to New York in 8 days. 8 days? With only a handful of stops along the way. 8 days. I guess I'll tend to Monsieur Fogg. The first day abroad was enjoyable enough. The American trains could not compete with their European counterparts, but it was amusing to see them try. The posters proclaimed the Pullman's Palace sleeping cars. Guess they were more like place to keep cattle. If reasonably well-to-do cattle. We sip cool beer as we rattle through a long stretch of desert in the shadow of all tall mountains. Score the view closely. I gaze out the window. I tended to Monsieur Fogg. I guess I will tend to Monsieur Fogg. And his delicate stomach, which was not entirely better today. Okay. Okay. Our fellow passengers were was a curious mix of gold and silver prospectors, homesteaders, farmers from all corners of the world, Mormons, missionaries, soldiers, and stiff-necked gentry of various sorts. Oh my god, running out of breath. I gave a young black woman with a deep red bonnet and an infectious laugh a nod of greeting. Her name was Diana. I'm meeting my husband in Cheyenne. Oh my god, I can't. Cheyenne. She told me he did construction work in New York, but New York isn't safe anymore. We have enough money to move now. Why isn't it safe? I inquired. Innocently, having only the broad strokes of American news and history. You did not hear of the daft riots in Europe? She asked wonderingly. New York has always have had Confederate sympathies, and when the Union began drafting New Yorkers, they rioted. They killed and burned black homes. My husband has never felt safe since, but now we're moving to Cheyenne. She smiled. nearly glowing with happiness. Where else can one go but New York? Go to it, but some of my tales of my adventures, I guess. I still want to head to New York since I'm not black and I should be safe enough, which seems to amuse her greatly as the afternoon wore into evening and we arrived into the station, town of Ogden, close to Salt Lake City. Okay, anything that I can sell here? No. No, can't sell anything here. A wind scarf? Huh. I can sell so much Smith& Wessons. Dallas. Am I heading to Dallas? Oh, no? Dallas is up or down? I forgot. Dallas is down. Oh shit, I guess I'll stay a little bit and then check the market again. I sat in the downstairs room of our hotel looking out across the plains, secretly longing a glass of wine and a cup of coffee. I was approached by a young lady with a rose smile. May I join you? Yeah, sure. I answered. She smiled and slid into the seat opposite. I heard you're a traveler. I heard you're good. You're going around the world. I warn you, I'm not Phileas Fogg. Phileas Fogg. Uh, yeah, that's correct. The whole world, that's so exciting, she said. The San Francisco Chronicle did a full profile on you both. Your international news. No, I don't not like to be international reviews since we failed, I confided. She smiled. You sound tired of adventure. More anxious than tired, I replied. We're nearing our journey's end. You are barely halfway around the Earth. The girl replied, is that not still the Great Atlantic across? We will travel by airship, I should think. I told her airships can cross the ocean in just a couple of days in less than it takes the train across America. She shook her head delighted. In the last 30 days, we have irrigated this valley, planted crops, and built half of our temple, she said. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is still building a town out of entire countries. I cannot understand it. Most people still have more people than this. I told her when you have 50, 60,000 people, there's a lot more one can do in a day. Oh my god, she shook her head. I would love to see a city. Sorry for my yawning. City of that size, but I could not move away from Salt Lake. What my family are doing here and what they are building is too important. It is too important. It needs every hand and every heart to make it fly. But if all else were different, then why? I would hang on to your coattails like a shot, monsieur, and I ask you to show me the shores of Europe. I guess you can come. I insisted, no, monsieur, I should not. She replied, not reply, she replied, shaking her head. I cannot pretend my desires come above the needs of my people. After all, she added cannily, you hardly follow your own desires, do you, monsieur? I'm loyal to my master. In a sense, am I? She replied. The evening was wearing on. The young lady rose and bid me farewell and bon voyage. I watched her go, feeling suddenly curiously old. In 100 years, I wonder, what would curious historians make of our adventures? Very little, I suppose. Okay, definitely explore a little bit. Guess that's it for the routes. The train started at Ogden, but the trip to Salt Lake City was a brief jaunt along a branch road. The land around was well cultivated. The place itself was tediously graded. I guess the place is well cultivated, with large ranches and wide fields of wheat and corn bordered by hedges, wild roads, and in clumps of acacias. From a Mormon colony, I was surprised by the lack of churches, but a few large buildings stood. An arsenal, a small courthouse, and a half-built central temple itself. I saw little of the Mormon faith, but I guess I was more intrigued by the Salt Lake, Great Salt Lake itself. So I took myself to the banks and encrusted with white salt, as they are like Dover's white cliffs in miniature. The lake shore was utterly deserted, and for a moment I could have walked across the big surface of the moon. And in short order, I found the place big, oppressive in scale. In this country, to European eye, was simply too big. I returned to the cafe where I waited post haste. Okay. How much luggage can I bring to Cheyenne? I can only bring 4. So I guess this is good enough. Yes, I'll sell Panama hat and the safety harness and buy it with the wind scarf. And guess I'll negotiate. No charge today. Okay, they're embarking. We boarded the Transcontinental Express at Salt Lake City for the long journey eastward across the continent. Okay. Ending to Monsieur Fogg. Today, a fellow with painfully trimmed mustache and impeccable suit approached me outside the lavatory. Another had at him compassionately, I guess, and his thin lips parted in a contained grin. I'm feeling stranger, he said. You're a puzzle. I'm flattened, monsieur. Muy humble presbyter. I'm no more than a puzzle than the sun's rise in the east. Truly, I am the simplest of men. Oh no, do tell me how you came to be a transcontinental, Thereby hangs a tale I can tell, good sir. He was merely interested in me and my ventures, and I saw no reason not to enlighten him in great of florid detail. His eyebrow raised higher and higher during my recitation, and then he said unsurely, "This is your first time in America." Yeah. I grinned. A very strange place, you will allow, monsieur. He seemed surprised. Are we so strange? He stroked his trim mustache. Maybe you are at maybe we are at that, by God. Okay. Guess I'll talk a little bit. Cheyenne keep talking about Omaha. Yes, one can travel in a hire carriage from Cheyenne to Omaha. Now tell me, I suppose you don't have any idea who my father is? No? Aha, not at all. He's one of the richest men in America. I guess I'll ask more about Cheyenne. They call Cheyenne the magic city of the plains. Okay. About Washington. Monsieur, but the most efficient way to Washington here is through New Orleans. I guess I'll ask more about New Orleans. Goodbye. We stopped at Cheyenne, Wyoming for a few hours. In the evening, the three mustache fellow disembarked to talk with a 6-foot tall woman who wore the latest slim train skirts and a pistol tucked into her waistband. We disembarked also, and bid farewell to our fellow passengers. Okay. Definitely. Oh no, I can't hire more carriages. I guess I'll explore a little bit and try to see if I can go to another route. Our arrival in Shenzhen Magic City of Plains as was met to our surprise by a small parade, which we enjoyed but did not investigate too deeply, preferring to find onward travel as soon as possible. The town was otherwise small and uncomfortable, though I found myself in a charming saloon. Playing a curious card game involving colored sets and runs, which I rather failed to understand, which the locals took terribly seriously, called poker. Okay, it appeared to be a game about lying, bluffing, and eliciting sympathy, or else encouraging the other players to drink more heavily than oneself. Naturally, I was no better than the average, and lost a small sum before retiring to the game, retiring from the game. Funds went down a little bit. I guess I'll try to depart to this since it lets me bring a little bit more a little bit more luggages. It was with a heavy heart that I watched the sun go down. 80 days had come and gone, and here we were still marking time and not yet home. We made ourselves comfortable at the night and attended to Monsieur Fogg. Yeah. Wait, what's my relationship with Monsieur Fogg? I guess I'll embark, then I'll check. Still comfortable, okay. Despite Chinese being a small place of a few thousand souls, it was still connected by rail, with the Hudson and Texas River Company proudly advertising the fastest ride to the glorious south, which I took to be good omen. For our onward journey, it took a while for everyone to be to board. Then the train issued a loud whistle and with a whoop from guard. Oh my god, I can't speak today. We were way down the tracks. Okay, guess I'll take a look at the news. San Francisco Chinatown riots. Okay. I passed the time aboard the train waiting. Guess I'll tend to Monsieur Fogg more. In the evening, we pull into Dallas Station, a grander affair than the China's own minor station. Okay, definitely going to the market, selling the guns. False passport. Hmm. Guess I'll buy this too to complete the Roman set. Guess I'll be going to Hudson and through New Orleans. Okay, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Okay. I guess I'll explore a little bit since I'm here. Oh, I can go directly to New Orleans. There was an air of nervous tension in the city, and I was not immune to it. The people across the road avoided me. There was a deep rage left by the Civil War and the years of slave owning that had preceded it, and it was all lay skin's thickness below the surface of things. Left uh, I left the center and headed to Freeman's Town on the eastern edge, as though now the passerbys met eye to eye. It was mostly to stare me down. Most likely, they were trying to place my face. Stopping to into a low saloon, I ordered a beer and took a seat at the bar. You sir are quite lost. The bartender assured me. Where are you meant to be? Spending time away from master, I told him. while Monsieur Phileas Fogg, the bartender looked at me levelly as though trying to decide how to interpret my remark. What kind of man is your Phileas Fogg? Steadfast and honorable as they come. He nodded. Well, I'm glad for you to hear that. The bar was otherwise empty. I drank my beer slowly, enjoying the refreshing cool of it. Uh, is this your place? It's about 4 years, he answered. I've got plans, but right now I mostly sell beers and laborers. There's a rush in the morning and another in the evening, and in the midtime I polish glasses. Guess I'll finish my beer. I finished my beer and thanked the bartender before taking my leave and making my way back to Monsieur Fogg. Our relationship increased slightly, and leave for tomorrow. Okay, guess I spend a day here. Relationship with Fogg is still comfortable. I saw a strange sight on the street of Dallas. A group of white ghosts drifting around in the corner of the building. Oh my god, it's the KKK. Oh my god. I could look quickly away, not wanting to understand this city was a curse of it, and I wanted nothing but to leave it as soon as we could. Yeah, definitely not taking interest in the KKK. Atlanta. We boarded the Texas Pacific Railway, a decent stretch of railroad by all accounts, which joined the West Coast and the South. It lacked the speed of an airship, but it was reasonably comfortable. Yeah, conversing. Mixton, can I help you, New Orleans to? Can I ask about New Orleans to? Up? Can I go up? Atlanta? Can I try to go to Atlanta? Uh, Miami, maybe? Houston? No, I don't want to go to Houston. This stretch of track was remarkable. I passed time watching the scenery go by. By relaxing, even the fellow must take time off. We entered the evening, and the coastline became visible. We entered the heady surroundings of New Orleans. I think I sell a bunch of stuff here, or so that I thought. Trombone. Guess I'll sell some stuff here. Please sell one more stuff. I guess I'll sell this. Okay, planning to know. I want to explore a little bit to see what other routes can I take. I met Death in a wreathed red lit bar in New Orleans as the jazz band struck up another tune. He offered to buy me a bourbon. Holy mother of heavens! I blasphemed succulently as another patron snickered. Death pulled off his mask to reveal a handsome cafe outlaid features and dark green eyes and then extended a skeletal hand to me. It gave me quite a fright, I admitted. My deepest apologies, monsieur. Monsieur. Uh, I am death at our neighborhood, Mardi Gras, and I'm practicing my role. He took my preferred hand and brought the back of it to his lips, and for a gallant kiss, he flickered me a rather unmistakable look under his dark lashes. Uh, I returned his look, I guess, with one of my own, and then and he let my fingers slip slowly through his. You must call me Octave, monsieur. I am Passepartout. I did my head slightly, an appellation as well as a burden. Then I chose another for you, he decided, with a slanted grin, a special name for you and me tonight, Lawrence. What the fuck? Lawrence, for you to look a bit like Lawrence. Was Lawrence better than Sean? Well, it was it was too late to argue the matter. Octave told me he was a free person of color now. I was aghast to realize he had been a slave before the Civil War, and indeed still worked as a servant for the very same family. How can you do it? Are you not vengeful? Are you happy working for them? Demanded, trying to imagine myself in this place. He sighed heavily. Young Cloud is a horror and Ale a little better, but little Henry is still a sweet child. He cutted a hand through his thick black hair. They are my half siblings, through their papa. Then he is your papa as well. I said with dawning horror. I would not say that. He corrected me gently. He may have sired me, but he was my owner and not a father to me. It's a horror I cannot imagine. I shuddered. Then your life has been an easy one, eh? His eyes flashed with anger. I joined the first Louisiana Native Navy Guards regime. After New Orleans was captured by the Union, I still wake up some mornings not sure if I am alive or dead. Uh, you're alive? I reassured him, reaching out for his shoulder. Octave wiped the anger off his expression with ease of long practice. I smiled a slow, dazzling smile. You look sad, monsieur. What a fool I am to confess these things to you when I would much rather see you smile. I smiled at him. To dispel the last of the heaviness in the air, a smile, he exclaimed, triumphant. It was a rapturous smile full of secrets I wish to unravel. I have no secrets. Now that, he said, is a lie, and a transparent one at that. That, it seems, was not easily fooled. Alas, the hour had grown late. Oh no, accidentally pressed on my controller. My controller connected. Sorry about the connecting sound. Seem the hour has gone late and we have to part. Octave walked me upriver to the border of the garden district where Monsieur Fogg has taken lodgings amongst the American parvenus. The moon shone down on Mississippi and Octave leaned towards me and kissed. Do I want to kiss a man? Yeah, sure. Right on the riverbank, he tasted of bourbon and dark nights. I will say no more of it. A man, even one such as I, must have his secrets. Octave will be one of them. I think of him often when I think of New Orleans. Okay. Okay, route directly to New York. Okay. I browsed around, my ears open, learning options that will allow me to proceed. Okay. Can I go straight to New York? Negotiate. Okay. Embarking now. Embark? No. Okay, the game is bugging out. Okay, the game is bugging out. Oh shit. Okay. I think the game is no longer bugged out. Yeah, the game is no longer bugged out. And going towards New York. The Petmoy airline from New Orleans was not in fact an airline at all, but according to advertising, the fastest railway in America. What could be better? For getting us to the edge of the Atlantic, we had failed our 80-day challenge, but it had turned to into the feeling, I think that we wanted to get home. Guess I'll take a look at the news. Fox said to have crossed the deadline, but will extra day be enough? No, it will not be enough. We settled ourselves in a carriage and one other occupant, an extremely large man who introduces himself as Charlie Sullivan, a lad from Birmingham, who was impressively sculpted, especially around the neck and upper arms. His mustache were nonetheless perfect. Asked where he was going. New York. I was boxing. I'm going home. I could see he was most likely an excellent boxer. I assume he knew how to operate those colossal arm hovers. However, Monsieur Fogg's interest had been increasing sharply through the conversation. You are trained, he demanded, keenly or self-taught. I've got a manager, Sullivan. Tells me what's it. Excellent, excellent. Monsieur Fogg enthused. I want to hear all about it. Sat by and enjoy the conversation, I guess. The details of boxing are more intricate than one might expect. Hearing the business of cut and thrust, delivered in Sullivan's so very English tones, were quite informative. Later did I know how the details I heard come to be a use of being. Okay. Publishing sensation Noah Vincent has wished they are more exclusive. Okay. I do not understand what that meant. Okay, renewed at Washington. The Mr. Sullivan will, I think, go very far indeed. Monsieur Fogg opined as I brought him kippers from the dining car. He seems to have the physique I suggested. Not just the physique, my master replied. Physique is not the secret. His decision was the transfer of weight from foot to foot was very well understood indeed. So you're a boxer, monsieur? I saw the shutters of conversation beginning to come down. I went to school, yeah. So he boxed as a child is different. The suggestion he had ever been a child was quickly saw well beyond the pale, even for one as intimate as I. You should fight him, he said. I backed away slowly, thinking perhaps I could escape in the guard's van and hide until we reached New York. My master looked up. You need not to be alarmed. I can teach you to box. I roll my sleeves big. I guess I'm sure you can, I replied, and I am a quick learner. That he has never been true, but I saw no other choices. Excellent. Monsieur Fogg put out his paper and arranged for a space in the guard's van. Come. When had he done this? I do not know. I merely followed, and there was Sullivan stripped to the waist, doing his warm-up exercises. Pisporto! Pisporto! He greeted me, though a thick leather mouthguard. Pisporto! Sullivan! I declared immediately as I removed my own shirt and tried to listen as my master provided some pointers and the fight began. Sullivan was a tough opponent and if he chose to swing hard, he would brain me unless I defended myself. But he would not be able to slug on every string, so I would keep to pick my moments to attack. I began to threw a heavy punch, putting all my weight behind the blow. But I had timed it poorly. Sullivan punched up, smashing me back. I was fighting fast and could not take much more. I saw a small crowd gathered to meet the flight and murmured with excellent excitement. Sullivan and stamina were different. Strength and stamina are different, but Silver called to me from the side. Your strength would come back if you swing lightly, but your stamina, once gone, will leave you out cold. Another to show I heard Sullivan's eyes narrowed as I brought my defenses up, matching Fox's demonstration from across the car. Just as Sullivan made a quick jab, the blow landed against my defense. I shook it off as best as I could. I was stumbling and staggering. Watch it. The next swing may be harder. My master called. I guess I'll keep my defenses up. Once more protecting my face while Sullivan lifted his defense. We circled each other nervously. I was feeling battered and bruised. He will have regained some master from that block, my master shouted. So be warned. Guess I'll throw a heavy punch. Putting all my weight behind the blow, Sullivan snapped up his arm to block, knocked him back a little bit. I was fading fast as I could not take much more. I heard rather than saw the money changing hands. Spectators were betting on me. Sullivan's weight moved back. He was making to swing. My master shouted. I no longer no longer the energy for heavy swing. I jabbed. A quick, decisive move, but Sullivan punched hard, the blow slipping past my guard. He was tiring suddenly, but I was all on my knees. He won't be able to swing like that again. My master shouted. I saw Sullivan's shoulders move back. He's making a block. Fogg murmured. So I don't want to swing hard. I jabbed. A quick, decisive move. As Sullivan brought up his block, pushed him back a little bit. I could not take much more of this. One more hit will likely finish me off. I guess I'll throw my last heavy punch. Putting all my weight behind the blow while Sullivan put out the defenses, knocked him quite a little bit. Sullivan was weak, but he knew he had me. The crowd murmured in whispers, and I raised my guard. Once protecting my face, Sullivan punched hard. I caught the punch neatly. It was too much. I slumped to the ground. Generous hands lifted me to my feet and put my jacket over my head. Good show, Monsieur Fogg said gently, though I'm afraid we had lost some money. Okay, sure. I woke still smarting from my boxing match with Sullivan, and my master most generously decided he would fetch me breakfast. You're most kind, monsieur. Indeed, he replied, and we cannot have you dropping the tray. He returned me black coffee and well buttered toast. I guess our most considerate choice to bring as Frenchman, or at least I thought so. Until he began to eat the toast himself and drank the coffee in slow. We arrived into New York that day later. Struggled to lift the cases with my tired arms, and we staggered off the train. Okay, relationship deteriorated slightly, and okay. And so it's been an hour, and in the next stream, and we have arrived, and we have successfully traveled across the Americas. And in the next stream, I will travel. No. I will travel back to London and then I'll end the episode, end the stream. Definitely traveling back to London and then ending the stream after I travel back to London. So I was pickpocketed in New York. I seized the thief hand, still in my pocket. You tangle with the wrong Frenchman, I exclaimed with triumph, only to immediately fumble, getting my other hand caught inside the cuff of my coat, so that as the creature grabbed in my hand squirmed, for it was but a 10-year-old girl, pulled me off my feet, leaving me robbed in the gutter to boot. I immediately reported to a local officer, who regarded me as a curious but not entirely unfriendly expression. Most perturbed, I fancy, by rather fetching attire. And what's the matter with you, he asked. Escaped from the circus. I've been robbed, I declared, appalled. The man looked at me with some sympathy, but replied, don't worry, sir, you'll probably find those clothes worth something in the second-hand market. With that, he moved away along the street, swinging his truncheon and whistling. I returned to the hotel defeated, I guess. As soon as I realized the girl had also used the conversation with the officer dipped into my pocket once more, I was dejected 20 pounds poorer, and nothing good to say about this foul city of ne'er-do-wells to hoodlums. Okay. 20 20 20 pounds poorer, and I guess I'll head directly straight back to London. And I can only bring one suitcase. And I buy everything that I can, since I think I can negotiate a little bit. I can buy a little bit more space. Another night passed, another mark on our calendar, another nail in the coffin of Monsieur's Fogg wager. With that remainder of the day, I went to stretch my legs and fell into discussion of a nervous Chinese gentleman who had mislaid a locker, which I spotted, and from whom I discovered that while we had been travelling, a bomb has gone off in Belgrade. I paid £1 for admission. I guess I don't want to know. Okay, departing to London. I definitely hiring express places. Oh, can only have 3 luggages, which shouldn't be a problem because I can sell just 2 stuff. And then departing straight back to London. Okay, departing straight back to London. We left New York, brought the Henrietta, and an old Confederate airship converted to a transatlantic mail carrier. We would reach London in 3 days, barring any unexpected delay. Guess I'll wait. Adventurer Fogg expected back shortly. Okay. An ocean tall along beneath us. I enjoyed talking to no one. There was nothing I needed to know, no one to charm, flattering, or bugger into giving us aid. There was only the wind and the time. We could control neither. Okay. Okay. Moment Temple to be completed within 50 years at least. Okay. Monsieur Fogg looked out to the observation deck windows with perfect calm, though the wager was lost and he was no doubt ruined. I watched him closely for fear he might do something drastic. I spent the remaining time watching every possible danger. On one eye to the crew, one eye on the ship, ready to react to the slightest trouble, but nothing broke the peacefulness of another day. Okay, we're running back in London. After 96 days, we chatted at the ship air docks in Hyde Park and felt for the first time in 96 days the feel of English soil under our shoes. At long last, we have arrived back in London. Return! We hailed one of the steam carriages idling our banks in the Serpentine in Hyde Park. To the Reform Club. Okay. I instructed my master shook his head to 7 row. He corrected calmly and turned his face to the window. I most assured lost my wages. Soot and fog thickened in the yellow light of the gas lamps as we drove through the secrets of London. I searched some words of comfort for my master. I can only grasp the truth of the matter then, hearing the words in my master's inflected tones. We had lost the wager by a irrefutable margin. Yes, I could not help thinking that we had so nearly succeeded. I resisted the urge to seize Monsieur Fogg's ledger to calculate a better route, to scrub out some of our mistakes and snatch back our victory one day at a time. My master entered his domicile with his habitually tranquility, though he instructed me to leave the window shut up so the neighbors would not remark his return. I prepared his supper and he ate heartily as if he were not utterly ruined. Passepartout, he began. Yes, Monsieur Fogg. In the silence that followed, I counted up. The hairbreadth escapes. All the obstacles we had overcome, and those had delayed us. As a valet, you have been of indifferent of views to me. Passepartout, he said, as though remarking upon the weather. But most importantly, you have circumnavigated the globe in my companion, despite the uncomfortable protraction of our journey. He heeded. It was no small feat. And what we do now, Monsieur, us trying to emulate my master's coolness and aplomb of my course. Passepartout, Monsieur Fogg interjected smoothly. It is fully decided upon. We must attempt the journey around the woods once more. No. Once more I cry indeed. Monsieur Fogg said implicitly, and an intent light gleaming in his cold blue eye. But this time, forewarned and better prepared, we will succeed. Yes, Monsieur. Monsieur, we noted smartly. Glad I was not bothered to unpack our cases. Monsieur Fogg consulted his ledger and tapped his pen. Perhaps it is time. He said thoughtfully, a more direct route. Adventurer Phineas Fogg loses wager. Fogg blames Valet losing boxing match against world champions, failed mutiny en route to San Francisco, and contracting cholera for 96-day journey. Okay, I'm definitely not going to. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to. I'm definitely not going around the globe soon, and I'll think of a new game to play. I'm thinking of playing Persona 3, but at the same time, I do want to play. I do want to play some games that I have gotten free in Epic Games. I'll share my library of Epic Games. Oh no, I guess I don't have to. I'll take a look at my Epic Games store. Epic Games Store library, which I don't know what to play, which there isn't much to play. Perhaps. I guess I can play Hollow Knights, which. Yeah, I guess I can play Hollow Knights, which isn't the worst thing, but at the same time isn't the best thing that I can play it either. Yeah, Persona. Yeah, I guess I'll play. There's two options right now. I can play Hollow Knights, or I can play Persona 3, which I don't know. Persona 3 or Hollow Knights? I guess I'll let you decide. Persona 3 or Hollow Knights? I guess I'll let you decide right now. Persona 3 or Hollow Knights? Or do I have another game that I can play? I guess not. It's only Persona 3 and Hollow Knights. Or I can replay some old games. Okay, Ugi and Silene, let you guys decide. Persona 3 or Hollow Knights? Is Ugi here? Yeah, I'm conflicted as well, so I'm letting you guys decide. Oh my god. Guess I'll consult Dungeons chat. Don't know about Hollow Knights. You want to see both? Sona's a fun game to watch, but I don't know. You know what? I guess I'll play the shorter game first. So I guess I'll play play Hollow Knights first. So yeah, I guess I'll play Hollow Knights first. But for now, I'll end the stream here, and then in the next stream it will be Hollow Knights. So I guess I'll install the game right now. And the next stream will be Hollow Knights, and it's not Hollow Knights, it's Hollow Knights. Yeah, so in the next stream it will be Hollow Knights, and then after I finish Hollow Knights, or I have grown tired of Hollow Knights, then I'll play Persona 3. Because Persona 3 I think it will be another like 70-hour game or like 80-hour game, so it will not be short. So yeah, so thank you for anyone who tuned in the stream, and anyone who still is watching. Thank you for watching the stream. In the next the next stream, it will be a new game, and I hope you guys will enjoy the new game even more. And I hope that you guys will enjoy watching Hollow Knights even more than enjoying me going around the world in 80 days. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, I clicked the wrong button to end the stream.